What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on BABA ticker.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you the latest news related to potential delisting of Chinese companies. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis and I will show you what should we expect next. And before we get into all of that, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Moomoo valued up to $7,000, please check out that link in the description below. All you have to do is sign up for an account and deposit as little as $1. This is guaranteed free money. Full details you can see on the screen right now. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point and I've told you that we completed 3 waves out of 5 on a slightly bigger picture, and we completed 3 waves out of 5 on a smaller scale, as you can see right here. And my main assumption was that we should have a retracement to complete our 4th wave, and probably the bottom of the 4th wave is right here. And next leg should be to the upside, and it happened. And my main assumption was that we should land somewhere in between $115 and $120. And as you can see, we hit exactly this range. And this means probably we have this as the top of our 5th wave on a greater scale. And this movement is the entire movement from this bottom to this top, also in a 5-wave structure. Right here we have 1st wave, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. And I have to say that we have a violation of Elliott wave theory rule, because we have a deep overlap in the 4th wave on the territory of the 1st one, and technically it is not the best outcome. And that is why my previous outcome is still in play. We might have, this is our 3rd wave, this is our 4th. Right here we might have our 5th wave. And this is the entire 5-wave structure from this bottom to this top. And this is next retracement from this bottom to this top. We have, this is our 1st wave, 2nd, and this is the beginning of the 3rd one. So both of these outcomes are in play, and I don't think that we have some major difference, because we hit the range that I marked previously. And for now we have a lot of signs that we might see some retracement, and definitely not only the technical signs show me this, but also I have a lot of news related to this asset from the fundamental standpoint. And first of all, let me show you this one. On March 23rd, we have very good news from Reuters, and it says, exclusive, Chinese regulators ask some US listed firms to prepare for audit disclosures. And let me quote you this. Chinese regulators have asked some of the country's US-listed firms, including Alibaba, Baidu and JD.com, to prepare for more audit disclosures, sources said, as Beijing steps up efforts to ensure domestic companies remain listed in New York. This comes as China's regulators are considering a proposal to allow their US counterparts to inspect audit working papers of some Chinese firms that do not gather sensitive data, 2 of the sources said. And definitely it was very good news, and it was the first step of relief in this situation. But right after that we have this article. We are on Bloomberg.com, and this article was published on March 24th. And it says, US says speculation of deal on China stock listing is premature. And let me quote you these bullets. PCAOB says full access to audit documents not negotiable. Chinese companies face possible delisting from New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq. And let me quote you this. The US audit watchdog said speculation about a deal that would keep hundreds of Chinese companies from being kicked off American stock exchanges is premature. In a statement on Thursday, the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board said that while it continues to meet with Chinese regulators, it's unclear if Beijing authorities will ultimately permit US inspectors to fully review the audit papers of companies. The regulator added that any agreement would only be a first step, and that the PCAOB would then investigate to ensure that the deal is being followed. And let me quote you this. While we will continue our work to find practical solutions to address the concerns of PRC authorities, Ultimately, full access to relevant audit documentation is necessary to carry out our mandate on behalf of investors, the PCAOB said in a statement. This is not negotiable even with respect to issuers in sensitive industries. The China Securities Regulatory Commission is weighing a proposal that would allow US regulators to inspect audit papers for some companies as soon as this year, Bloomberg News reported earlier this month. However, under the plan, the CSRC would seek to retain some ability to withhold sensitive data from inspection by the PCAOB. And definitely this news is not the best one, because delisting fears are still on the table. And let me show you another news that Asian Corporate Governance Association also warns that the Chinese stocks may start exiting the US market in 2 years. And let me quote you these key points. The delisting of US listed Chinese stocks may come in the next 2 to 3 years, according to Jamie Allen of the Asian Corporate Governance Association. Dual listing Chinese stocks were recently in the spotlight after delisting fears re-emerged following a US Security and Exchange Commission announcement that US listed securities to 5 Chinese companies are at risk of delisting. Following an initial plunge, the shares later saw a sharp reversal after Chinese state media reported that regulators from the US and China are progressing toward a cooperation plan on US-listed Chinese stocks. But still, these risks are very possible, and this means we have to see more steps toward the solution of this problem. And right after this news, we have this article, and it says that Weibo also faces delisting possibility. And definitely one of the biggest companies, one of the biggest Chinese companies, were added to the list of 5 Chinese stocks right here: Yum China, Beijing, Zai Lab, ACM Research, and HUTCHMED. And definitely this news added more fears of delisting, and that's why we have a recent decrease in price of Alibaba right here. From this top, it lost about 10% to its lowest point, and as you can see, it hit the range of support. So, and let's continue with the news directly related to BABA, and let's put aside the fears of delisting. What are the real fundamental catalysts for BABA right now? Let me show you this. On March 23rd, we have this article: Why Alibaba, JD.com and Tencent music stocks just popped. And key points are: Alibaba's announcement of a $10 billion increase in stock buybacks kick-started a new Chinese stock market rally yesterday. Alibaba's buyback may be the biggest, but it's not the only buyback in the works. Buybacks may indicate a market bottom in China or even create one. And let me show you that on March 22nd, we have this massive movement to the upside right after the announcement of a buyback program. And BABA surged up for more than 20%. Definitely it was a very massive movement, and definitely it was the good chance for swing traders to catch this movement. But let me show you another article, and it was published on March 24th, and it says: Deep dive valuation. Is Alibaba still undervalued? And I will put the link on this article in the description below, but let me show you the price target of this estimation. And the price target is $196. Definitely it has a huge upside potential, but right here you have to be very cautious because of the regulatory risks. And let me quote you this: Alibaba is a fantastic company and a true leader in e-commerce and cloud. I estimate that the stock is about 42% undervalued without taking the regulatory risk into consideration. And definitely the regulatory risks of delisting might be the major catalyst for all of the Chinese company in general and for the Alibaba in particular. That's why we have to be very cautious. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, let me show you that right here we hit this range of resistance, and it is the previous swing low. Right here we have several touches of this range, and at this point we touched this range as a support. And for now I think we have more chances to hit lower targets in order to unload this structure and in order to collect more steam to hit higher targets. That's why, in my opinion, we still have a possibility to have all of the 5-wave structure right here like this. And that's why we have to be prepared for the retracement from the very bottom to the very top. And that's why we have to pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from the very bottom to the very top right here. And the ranges that we might hit are following. It is a 0.382 if we will break the 236 Fibonacci retracement level at $111 mark. Definitely we will hit $104. Then probably we might hit $98 and the golden pocket range. So, if you want to invest in this asset, these might be your entry points, but we have to be very cautious because of the delisting fears. And everything will depend on this news. And definitely, for now, we have very good price action on a weekly and monthly time frames. Let me show you this. We have very good engulfing candles on a weekly time frames with a huge volume. On top of that, we have a very good candle on a monthly time frame. That is hammer candle with a huge volume, the highest volume so far, and we have 6 days left to close this candle. And this candle usually shows the trend reversal. So technically on a bigger picture we have more bullish signs, but on a smaller scale we have some signs that we might hit lower targets. That's why you have to be cautious. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap.